Beer to Whiskey Studios, high atop Barley's Taproom on Washington Street in downtown Greenville, South Carolina. I'm Russ Heaps, and welcome to this segment of Beer to Whiskey. This is one of our Big Jon and I episodes where I get my buddy Big Jon Richards here, who's one of the more well-known beer experts in the upstate of South Carolina, to choose a beer, and we just kind of chat a little bit about it. The reason why the glasses are not quite full is because we had a little technical difficulty in our first run through, and so we've stopped and started over again, but we'll try not to leave any of the important stuff out.
We're powering through it for you.
Yes, you, and we just do, this is real low budget, so who cares? So, Big Jon, what do we have?
All right, we've got a beer from Snafu Brewing down in North Charleston, South Carolina, called Lemon Meringue Pale Ale. And it's a neat little 5.5% pale ale. Yep. It's rare enough that when we started this last time, I didn't know anything about it.
Well, and that is, it's rare that we get a beer that Jon hasn't had at least once, and in doing this, we've run across a couple that he's never had before. So, but this is something that we just are not familiar with.
Barley's will get a hold of some of these beers that nobody else can get, just from having done it here for 20 years and the cachet that comes along with that. So you find something like this at a place like Barley's, you want to jump right on it, because who knows?
Yeah.
And there's all kinds of these wonderful little finds all over the beer world to go and search for. This one's neat. This one's I wish you guys could have seen the expressions on the first few sips of this, because it was revelatory. It's lemony, it's juicy, it smells like lemon pie filling. It gets on your tongue and it's like an unsweetened lemonade or a semi-sweetened lemonade, and it's real refreshing. And we were just getting started talking about how unique and delicious it was.
It's really, you could practically put vodka in it, or make one of those Jack Daniel's lemonades and pour some Jack in it. I mean, that's how close to lemonade it is, except it's not nearly as sweet.
Right. And it kind of reminds me of drinking a Gosa, but without that, real activating the salivary glands sourness.
Yeah, there's not that squinting thing as it rolls back into your throat.
Right, and it's obviously not salted, but this would be a summertime refresher to end all. This is
actually a beer that in the summertime, if you have an occasion where you're drinking a lot of beer, and sometimes, how you just kind of get tired of beer?
Right.
You could drink this. It's like drinking a Mike's Hard Lemonade or something. It doesn't really feel like a beer. And it's kind of extraordinary.
It's fun, and it's one thing we hadn't gotten to talking about it last time was how fun it is that brewers are this willing and in fact this expected to experiment, and to find new things that haven't been tried before. I suspect that they probably dropped a boatload of lemon peel and probably some fresh lemon juice in there, and it is probably got some kind of a yeast strain in there that's adding to the lemon as well. And it's just it's got something with the way they've put it all together. I mean, these guys are doing some high level expert stuff down at Snafu right now.
Yeah,
I'm impressed.
And that's sort of one of the fun things about craft breweries is if you get one that's creative and suddenly they start producing these wild things. Not always are they bullseyes. This one kind of happens to be, but at least they're willing to experiment with it, and the end result is you get some really tasty stuff out of it.
Yeah, it is, as I've said before, the greatest time in the history of mankind to be a beer drinker.
Yep.
I mean, look at this.
Well, anything else? Anything else pop into your head?
Other than that, is really delicious. After another sip.
Well, I want to thank Barley's Taproom, as always, for hosting us. And with that, cheers.
Here's to it.
And we'll see you next time.